Okay, I'm going to show how to solve this problem for my students. I had several groups chime in and say that they had trouble with this situation, and so I said I would demonstrate how they could solve it. Now, when I solve this problem, I'm going to use what I know about finding parameter as well as order of operations to get my answer. Now, if you'll notice, I put a mark right here. And the reason I put a mark there is because this hexagon has 6 sides, and I want to make sure that I don't leave a side out or count a side twice. And so I put a mark on my first one. And I'm going to start this side, and I'm going to work my way around the shape. And then I'm going to write an algebraic expression that represents the perimeter of the figure. Now, with a hexagon, it has 6 sides. So I would actually, say like side plus side plus side plus side plus side plus side to get the perimeter of this shape. If I had a specific value, such as of each side, if this were a regular hexagon and all the sides were congruent, and then each side would say maybe 4 units, then I could say, well, 6 times 4, because I'd have 6 groups of 4 equals 24 units would be the parameter. But here I have some values that are 3p and 2.5p, or 2 5/10 p. So I'm going to go ahead and write my algebraic expression that represents the perimeter of that figure. So I'm going to put a p for a perimeter equals, and then I'm going to say, and by the way, this is a capital P, so as not to be confused with the lowercase p, which is our variable here. So I'm going to say 3p plus 3p plus 2 5/10 p plus 3p plus 3p. And then I'm going to have to come down here, I guess, to make it where you can see. I'm going to have to scoot it over. Plus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 2.5p. Okay. So that's 1, 2. I had 2 sides that were 2.5p, and I had 4 sides that were 3p. So I've got them all there. So that's my algebraic expression that represents the perimeter of the figure. And that wasn't too hard. Now I can actually solve and find the parameter of that hexagon, because it says here in our instructions, evaluate the algebraic expression to find the perimeter when p equals 6 and then when p equals 2. So I'm going to plug 6 in first. So I could say perimeter equals 3, and I'm going to put the 6 in parentheses. Okay. So now, using the order of operations, I'm going to have to go through and multiply all those coefficients, I guess you could call them. I'm going to have to multiply those by the value of p, which will be 6, and then I'll add all of those factors together. So I'm going to have p equals 18 plus 15, because, well, 3 times 6 is 18, and 2 1/2 times 6 is 15. I'm just going to keep going. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 18s, and I have 2 15s. Now, my 2 15s are going to be worth 30, and I'm going to multiply 18 by 4, because I have 4 groups of 18 here.
Hayden Hensley, come to the office. Hayden Hensley.
So 18 times 4 is 72. And it makes sense because half of 18 would be 9, and twice 4 would be 8, and 9 times 8 is 72. So I can say 72 plus 30 equals 102 units. So my first value of the parameter when p equals 6 is 102 units. Now I'm going to go ahead and plug in 2, because it also wants to know what would the perimeter be when p equals 2. So, perimeter, and I'm going to kind of do it like that. So perimeter equals 3 times 2, plus 3 times 2, plus 2.5 times 2, plus 3 times 2, plus 3 times 2, plus, I'm going to pull over here so you can see, 2.5 times 2. So let me double check that. I have 1, 2, Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so now, using order of operations, I'll multiply each of those coefficients by 2 this time. So this is going to be 6 plus 6 plus 5 plus 6 plus 6 plus 5. And I got that because 3 times 2 is 6 and 2.5 times 2 is 5. Now I can just use mental math to add those together. So I have 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 5 is 17, plus 6 is 23, plus 6 is 29, plus 5 is 34. So the parameter when p equals 2 is 34 units. So I have 3 answers here. This is my answer for A, when I wrote an algebraic expression to represent the parameter of the shape. And then A had 2 parts. It had when p equaled 6, and it had when p equals 2. And my math practice, once again, is I use what I know about finding the parameter of a hexagon and using my order of operations to find my answer. Alright, class, what grade do I deserve?
100.
Yeah, I think I hit it all. How many of you feel like you better understand it now? Wow, every hand in the room is up. That's fabulous. Great. Good job.